Hi guys, Ali Taylor here, and today I'm going to show you the best grip for putting. Right then guys, so currently in lockdown in the UK still, and I've been doing a lockdown series on the golf swing, different parts of your golf game, but I thought it was about time I did something where I'm actually based in the house without going out into the garden. Now, a huge number of golfers seem to be practicing their putting inside. Lots and lots of putting mats, putting training aids have been shipped and sold around the world. Seems like every golfer, because they can't get out to play, wants to spend some time at least practicing their putting indoors. So I've managed to set myself up a little putting studio in my kitchen and hallway. I've got a put-out mat, the put-out pressure trainer, and I've also got my TrackMan set up just for the purposes of this video. So to become a really good putter and to hold lots and lots of putts, there's three key areas you need to excel in. So one of those is green reading, one of those is speed control, and the final one, the third one, which we're really going to cover with how we hold the putter, is can you set the ball off online? So I'm going to look at 4 different types of grips today. We're going to look at the reverse overlap, left below right, the claw, and kind of the pencil grip. And we're going to see how good or bad those particular grips are for getting you setting the golf ball off online. It's only going to be a 6-foot putt with no break on it, so it should be very, very easy to hold putts. But on a 10-foot putt out on the golf course, on a dead straight green, no break at all, if you aim at the middle of the hole and you deliver the putter face more than a degree right or left, that ball will miss. So I'm not too bothered about how many balls end up actually going in the hole on the pressure trainer. We're not going to work on speed, that's going to be a whole nother video. But I'm not bothered about how many go in. What I'm interested in is how close am I to delivering the putter face dead square every time with each one. If I'm not dead square, what's the average like? I'm going to hit 10 putts with each. And then most importantly, what do I notice going on with setting off right or left? Is there more variables with certain grips than there are with others? So we're going to hit, like I said, 10 putts, 4 different grips on TrackMan. As I hit each putt, I'm going to put the individual data up on the screen as to whether it's setting off right or left. If there's a minus number, it's left. If there's no plus next to it, that's setting off right of where I've aimed. So let's get on with the test. Let's have a look at the grips, and then let's hit the putts and let's see which grip I should be using, and potentially out of those grips, which one you maybe should be trying to groove this practice so when we get out on the golf course, you're holding more putts. So the reverse overlap, generally speaking, what I'm looking to do is get my thumbs pointing straight down the front, get the palms facing each other very much at the same angle as the putter face. So all I'm doing is I'm taking my index finger and my little finger and swapping those round. Helps get all my right hand on the club, which I feel helps give me a little bit more feel in my stroke. But let's hit the putts and let's see. Right then guys, so we can see reverse overlap there. The average was minus half a degree. So half a degree left setting off, which I'd be really, really happy with. But the issue with averages sometimes is there was some big lefts and some big right misses. So the average looked good, but for me there was too much variation in there. And definitely, I know when I do reverse overlap, I tend to feel my hands want to kind of maybe rotate or flick a little bit. So it is the grip that I've used for the majority of my golfing life. It's not my current grip that I'm using though, but it is what I tend to see with reverse overlap, that I can be a little bit inconsistent with how I deliver the putter. And that's why the next grip, left hand low, is actually my current one. Let's just hope that actually gives me my best numbers. So when I go left hand low, literally I'm still keeping those palms facing each other, thumb straight down the front of the grip, but literally just putting right hand at the top of the putter, left hand underneath, and I really feel for me that left hand low helps me square my shoulders up a little bit more at address. Right then guys, so left hand low. So we saw minus 0.9. So 0.9 degrees left setting off. So the average wasn't as good as the reverse overlap. But what I found more interesting was I was a lot more consistent. Generally speaking, it was a very tiny little pull. With that, I think there was one where there was a little push. And it definitely feels more consistent for me. It feels that it kind of takes my right hand out of the stroke, enables me to feel like the back of the left hand guides the stroke a little bit more, and I generally feel, certainly on those first two, like left hand low or lead hand low is a little bit easier for me to present the hands back to where they were and ultimately present that putter face more square to the target. So the claw grip, I'm putting my left hand on as I always would do, get that thumb down the front so that left palm is very much at the same angle as the putter face, and I'm just taking the right hand in from the side, almost so my left hand can guide the stroke and that right hand almost just pushes the putter head towards the target. So we can see with the claw hold, I had minus 1.3 degrees left. Now, even though I felt that that should be really good, I still felt my right hand maybe want to be a bit more involved with the putting stroke than I would like it to be. Feels very different. I'm sure I could get used to it, but not really feeling that for me. So that'll move us into that final grip, the pencil hold. So with the pencil hold, again, I'm putting the left hand on as normal and then placing my hand into the side with my thumb tucked behind and then my first two fingers kind of just first finger on top, second finger just to the side of the grip. And again, very much more just as a guide for the stroke rather than really having any input there. So we can see the results for the pencil hold, not great. I mean, nearly 2 degrees left as an average. Again, a little bit like with claw, I kind of don't feel that my left hand really leads, maybe because it's so new, that I still feel, even though my right hand's hardly in contact with the club, still seems to want to be more involved than I would like it to be. So certainly, as we look at those, for me, there was one grip that was really, really consistent and gave me the best consistent results. Right then guys, so as we looked at the 4 different ways of holding or gripping the putter, definitely saw for me, left hand low worked best. Now, I am pleased with that because to be fair, middle of last year, I changed from kind of a very standard reverse overlap grip to lead hand low, and I changed my putter to my current Scotty Cameron Phantom X 7.5. And I found at the time that my ability to set the ball off improved massively with a change of equipment and a change of grip. So that really, really helped. What's been great from today's video is it's actually shown that even those extra couple of grips that I've never really tried myself, actually my current grip is the one that helps me be most consistent. I'd still like to be near a 0 for setting the ball off, but I'd take under a degree every single time as my average. And if I can do that, and like I said at the start, if I've read the putt well and hit it at the right speed, I'm going to hold a lot of putts going forward. But the key for today's video is if you are spending lots and lots of time practicing your putting indoors at the moment, it might be worth trying some different ways of holding the putter. So if you've got a few weeks where you can really ingrain something, as you go out, you just might see that massive improvement with your putting. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. Like I said, a little bit different, something more based indoors today, in the house where a lot of us are still stuck. Hopefully a lot of you guys, by the time you're watching this, will back out and playing. But if you have bought that putting mat for indoor, you can still practice. That's the perfect thing. But find a grip that works best for you, stick with it, make sure your feedback is as good as you can get it, and if you hole more putts, it's ultimately going to get your scores down and get you enjoying your game a whole lot more. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you have enjoyed today's content and you don't currently subscribe, please consider hitting the subscribe button, ringing the notification bell, and then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some guys down here soon. Stay in contact.